And thanks to everyone who came out this evening. And a special thank you to the gallery. I mean, this beautiful space. It's a great staff. I'm just so pleased to have this opportunity to be exhibiting this month, and really pleased to be exhibiting with James and Julie and Cooper. Honored to have my work hanging along with theirs. So I think that we probably could all agree that there's a great deal of noise out there, particularly in these days. A lot of noise, a lot of just chaos and everything that comes at us from the media and headlines and just the constant barrage of information that comes at us from everywhere. And so I feel as though, you know, all of that combined, it has a way of not only chipping away at our time, but also pushing some worry and anxiety and angst upon us. And I really want my work to feel like the polar opposite of that. I want the viewer to have a sense of peace and calm when they're looking at my work, to the point where, you know, you're able to kind of zero in a bit on that voice that's deep within you. You know, that spirit that's whispering to you from that deep place in your heart. And so it's my hope that as you, as a viewer, are looking at my work, that you'll get to experience some of that, that you'll feel some calming and some centering as you look. I know that for myself, my work serves in that capacity. You know, it is indeed a source of peace for me personally as I'm working. I've drawn and painted since I was a very young child, and I learned, I think early on, that when I was immersed in my creativity, when I was painting, that I was able to tap into contentment. I was able to kind of push away difficulty and sometimes even sadness as I focused in on beauty and, you know, what was before me. And so it certainly serves in that capacity for me. And I also know that it has to come out of a place of tranquility and peace and centeredness if my work is going to go well at all. So I think that even as you look at my titles, you'll see that, you know, some of the titles like Quiet Enough to Hear, or Words Softly Spoken, Invited In, you know, even the titles reference that pursuit of peace that I want for both the viewer as well as the peace that I want to more fully embrace as I'm working. And I hope that indeed, as you have an opportunity this evening to, you know, take in some details, there are a lot of details, a lot of ephemera in my pieces. The one behind me, there is an old nautical chart that I found at an antique store not far from here. And there's old documents and beautiful script from the early 1800s and so forth, that as you look closely, you'll see them. So I want to, you know, please, as far as process, I am painting with a blowtorch, as well as for my encaustic, as well as oil and cold wax. So I'd love to talk about my process. Please come and ask me. I'd love to chat with you about that. I wanted to leave you this evening with a quote that is attributed to the Irish poet, William Butler Yeats. And he says that the world is full of magic things, just waiting for our senses to be sharper. And so I want to encourage you to get quiet enough and look closely enough that you find that beauty. You know, this life is so fleeting, and we don't want to miss that magic. So thank you so much.